Okay, so any issues with the web page creation? Any questions? It's pretty easy. I mean, you go through these content types and you fill out the fields and you've got a web page which is partially generated for you in terms of the header and footer and primary nav. So a lot of the work has been done for you, and that's a nice thing about Web 1 is that, you know, your job is just to fill in some of the fields. So the next thing, oh, yes?
On the styles, what are the different options there are?
When you say styles, what do you mean?
Like the one that we were asked to use H3 or something?
Oh, the headings? The headings are going to be just different sizes and not necessarily fonts, but bold formatting, sizes and formatting. And I think there's 3. Was there 3? So we're actually going to add a little bit of explanation on when to use those in the content pages. That is a recommendation of when to use those heading styles. So, okay. So the next piece is now that you've got this great web page created, you want to change the layout of it. So do you remember what I said, how you change the layout, what is required to use? Where do we go? It was that funny word. The Panelizer. So in order to change, in order to change any layout, we're going to use the Panelizer for that. So I'll first demonstrate how the Panelizer looks and how it works. But upon save, okay, so I just wanted to get back to where you guys are probably at. Once you save your page, it gives you the preview of what it looks like. Once you're in the preview mode, you can access the Panelizer right from there. You can also go to that Site Content tab, grab your page, use the Panelizer from there too, but this is the fastest way to use it. So I'm going to click the Panelizer tab. And then from here, you click Content, because you're going to be working with the content to adjust the layout. What it looks like, it gives you a good idea of the intention of the Panelizer. So when left blank, the left sidebar and the right sidebar, it's going to give you a one-page layout. And it's not until you start adding content to these that it starts to do the different column layouts. So in order to add content, there are these little gear icons. On the left sidebar or the right sidebar, you can click the gear icon. Add content will display on the screen. And then when you are delivered your own website, you'll have the option to see one link that says side blocks. For us today, we're going to click the second link that says side blocks. So if I click side blocks, what displays is Myra went in and she created all of these different side blocks of information. So today I'm going to use this as an example. When I click training-resources, it's going to give me a side block of information that includes any of those links that she created and put in there. And obviously, you have kind of like a library of side blocks that can be reused by others, and they can put these side blocks on their pages as well. This is like the master side block of them all. So if I was to go in here and edit this, and 2 other people put it on their web page, they're going to see the edits I make. So just be careful when you're editing any of the side blocks that are reusable, like the ones you'll see displayed. So let me just show you what that looks like. I'm going to click Resources-Training, and then select Finish. Go right through the prompts. Down here at the bottom, if you don't know what that side block includes, you just go to the Preview button. So I'll go to Preview. And this is what the links are for the Resources-Training side block. So anytime I put this side block in, I'm going to see these particular links. If I wanted to, just for my page, to have resources and have an additional link, I can go in and create a brand new side block and add to it. Okay, but if I was to edit this one, that change would appear on any page that's referencing or using that. So I'm going to go back up and I'll show you how to create a brand new side block, something that maybe is just you want custom for your page. So I scroll right back up to the top, and then I repeat the same steps by clicking on the gear icon, the Add Content link. And instead of going to my master side blocks, I'm going to go right down to the bottom that says Side Block. This will allow me to create my own side block of information. The title, remember the side block I pulled down, it said Resources? So the title is going to be whatever that name is that you give it, and it will also display on the side block. So I will say, you can add a little image to your side block too. On our main IT site, we have the content on the right, and it's a little bit about digital stories, and there's a little image there, and the content wraps. So you have the option to create different side block styles, adding images and content. I'm just going to stay with the basics today. There's nothing unfamiliar here that you see in terms of the WYSIWYG, but you can create links in side blocks in two different ways. You can use the WYSIWYG, or you can just list straight links. The reason you might want to put links inside a WYSIWYG instead of just linking is if you want to do a little bit of formatting. So let's say you want your link to be italicized. You can use the body and list those links, because in here you get a straight formatting that's set for you. The other thing too is you can add a little blurb that's not specifically a link. So if I wanted a little bit of information on my side block that's not necessarily a link, you would use the body for that. So let me just put in some information. Okay, so here I'm going to go ahead and create a link. You just select that text, the hyperlink button, and add a valid URL. Click Insert, and OK. For this one, I'm going to turn it into italics, do another hyperlink. Select Insert. Okay, so I placed in two different links in the body. Now let me show you what it looks like to also do the same exact thing but use the link list feature. This just cuts out any type of formatting you might want to use. So I'll add some links here. All right. So down here at the bottom, if you wanted this to be a reusable side block that then displays in the master side block area, you could click the checkbox that says make this entity reusable. Then anybody can grab this side block and use it. This one I'm not going to check. It's kind of a custom one for this particular page, so I can just select Finish. And I'll show you what these links display as, and you'll get an opportunity to create side blocks using the Panelizer as well. So you have to click Preview again. Okay, so you see the difference between using the body and just a link list. It gave me the opportunity to write a little blurb. I did a little bit of formatting, and these will just make your links go on a list. So it does the same thing, it's just, how you want to format it. So Tina has another exercise where you're going to...
You can choose either or.
You can choose either or a combination of both, which is what I did, yeah. So while she's coming over, let me show you if you decided that you wanted to go back and do some editing to any of these side blocks, or if you wanted to remove them. The gear icon listed next to it gives you three options. Disable pane, it will just take it off of the web page, but it doesn't remove it from the pane here. edit, you can go in and edit that side block, and remove will take it away from this display and from the web page. So if you need to make any changes, you just click that gear icon and select from there. Okay?